how to build the best finance tracker on Notion. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you how you can build the best finance tracker in Notion. So let's get into it. So as you can see, I've created this little page right here, and I've already renamed it, already added the background image over here and the logos over here as well. And I also added this title as well. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a data set, right? You can add a table as well, but I think a data set would be much better. So we're going to go with a data set and we're going to call it inline data set, right? Next here, we're going to go ahead and call it income and expenses. So income and expenses, or actually we're just going to call it income. And also we're going to go ahead and add another title over here. We're going to call it income and finance, like that. Pretty simple, right? Next, we're going to add a property. We're going to call it numbers, and this number is basically going to be our income property. So we're going to go ahead and change it to USD, like that. And instead of numbers, we're going to go with, also we can change the icon to this one as well. We're also going to need a date as well, so that we can, sort it out, and we'll move that here. And we also need a type so that we can see what type of expenses do we have. So we're going to click on select. Instead of select, we're going to go with type. And within the property, right, we will have options, and we'll call it expense and income. Expense and income, like that. And we're going to change the color to green. Next, we're going to sort out. So we're going to add like a filter, so that we're going to click on sort, and we're going to sort this by date. And we're going to go with descending, right? And we're also going to add a filter so that, and also we'll configure the record to only show the type of income and expense, right? Or we can go with income, or we could just simply go with income, like that. And we've already sorted out the date. And next, we'll also sort the date with descending order as well. That way everything is sorted out. And then we'll duplicate this, whole table. So either click on this buttons over here and then click on duplicate, and duplicate with content. So if you want to duplicate with content, press Control D as a shortcut. If not, just Control Shift D. We'll duplicate it and we'll name it expense over here. And then again, sort out the filter from income to just expenses, like that. And of course, the date is already sorted to descending order. There we go. And of course, you can go ahead and put it together as well, like a whole section, so that we have like 2 rows. So over here, like that. And also in the numbers, instead of income, like this one, or you can also just duplicate the entire view, right? So you can duplicate the view and like that, and it'll just come over here. You'll have table 1 and table 2, right? It's pretty simple. And then you can go ahead and, change up the views and rename them and stuff like that. But yeah, you can go with something like this or something like this if you want. It totally depends on you. And also one more thing here, instead of numbers, we're going to go with income. And for this one, all right, we'll also add another one as well. Should have added this. And this one is going to be also a numbers option as well, again, but this one is going to be expense. And for this one, we'll go with a chart icon. And the chart icon, where is it? It's not going down. Yeah, we'll go with this one. And actually that looks much better. Yeah. So we'll hide it as well in the income section, and in the, should have done this before, but I forgot. And for this one, we'll hide the income bracket, like that. And this is how it looks like when you go ahead and copy the view. So I think this one is much cleaner. You can see we got income, we got expense over here. The next, we'll add some examples over here. So we got paid, all right, income on January 1st. And we'll say we got paid like 5,000. And then for the side gig, we'll just say we make around another 1,000, all right? And you can add a bunch of different stuff, all right? So next, we're going to go ahead and pull up. And for this one, we'll also, since this doesn't really have a date, since it's a side gig, but for now, we'll just go with, again, first. And then in the expense section, since we have it, typed to expense, so only expenses is going to show up. So we're going to go ahead and add item. So again, we'll just add an example like bought glasses, and we'll say it was like $10, right? Forgot to change the property numbers to actually USD. There we go. Next, we're going to go ahead and create a category for all those expenses. I closed it up as well. So if I click over here, I turned it into a page. I can go ahead and turn it back. But yeah, turned it into a page. If I want to bring it back, I can just simply click over like that. So I'll turn it into a page so that, it closes as of right now. Next, we're going to create a new data set. So data set inline. This is for categories, of course. And we're going to add some categories over here. So like that. And then we'll say you know what, rent, and we'll go with utilities, and we'll go with groceries, and stuff like that. So you can go ahead and type in whatever you want. So we'll go with gas money, or actually we'll go with car expenses, like gas and stuff like that, right? So there we go. So these are our category. We can also change the icons to each and every one of them. It'll look much better. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a relations property. So we're going to click on the plus icon and then click on relations, and then we're going to select income, since that's the page right there. We should have named it income expensive, but yeah. And we are going to go ahead and click over here. Yeah, it's fine. And then we'll also add another property, which is the roll-up column right here. And for this one, we'll go with expense, and we're going to go ahead and click on edit property, or actually, yeah, we're going to click on edit property and relate it to expense and income. And we're going to click on the target property. We're going to want expense, and we want to show the original, or actually count, or actually we want to click on the sum, all right, the total sum. And then we can do the exact same thing for the income one as well. And also we'll move it right here so that we can see everything, right? That's going to be over there. We can hide it as well, but I think it's okay. Also, forgot to mention, I keep forgetting this, but click on the edit and make sure you turn this two-way. That way, both of them are connected instead of one being connected to the other one and the other one not. That way, once we've turned on the both, options, then if we click on the income section and click on the show hidden section, we have the category right there. Boom. We now have the category. Now, this is actually income, so we'll keep that over there. Actually, we don't need it, but yeah, we'll go with income right here and income right here. Those are the type of categories that we have. Then if we click on the expense section, we'll also enable categories here. Since we bought glasses, this should, well, come into miscellaneous since it's something else. But what we'll do is instead of bought glasses, we'll go with bought bread or something like that. Bought bread, and yeah, bought bread. Instead of 10, let's say it's 5. And then we select the groceries options. Boom. Now, if we go back to the private section, the finance tracker, we can see right here, boom, we have the side gig option over here. And yeah, we have the expense. We should have also added the income one as well, but I forgot that as well. We should have created another one for the income one, for the separate one, but it's fine. That's much better. Now let's go back and we'll create a new view for these categories over here. And so we click on this little plus icon right next to it, and we click on the gallery view, and we'll call this view by category, right? Or expense by category, whatever you want, but by category. And I think this looks good. Yeah. And also click over here, click on edit view. And layout, I think this is okay, but we can go with compact if you want. And we don't want this one, so we'll go ahead and turn this into none, like that. Yeah, I think this is okay. And then also come back over here, click on property visibility, and before it was like this, right? So just enable the expense one so that we can see it like so. All right, next we're gonna sort this by, we're gonna click on filter, we're gonna sort this by expense. So property bigger than 0. So there we go. We got 2 options right there. Looks much cleaner. And once that's done, we'll also convert this into a page like that, and we can change the category, whatever. Next, we'll also add another one, database. This is going to be our savings. And yeah, I think this looks good. Next, we're going to add a date section to go ahead and keep track of everything. And create another one, not the interest rate. No, this is going to be numbers. This is going to be actually savings. So, and I think this looks good. Next, what you can do is go back and you can basically connect it the exact same way we connected the category section. Right? So in the category section, we can add a new category in the table. Here we can add like an income. We already have that, but we can also save another category called, savings. That way we can add like a relations to the savings option. And then whenever we go into income, it will be available over here as well in the income section. So everything can be connected together. So it totally depends on you, but yeah, pretty simple, right? So how you can save and create your own finance tracker. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, take care and goodbye.